Long time no see, eh? Hey, what's going on guys? Me Mortimer here. Yeah, I've not uploaded anything to YouTube in about 3 months, which is incredibly out of character for me. I am assuming that at least a couple of you will have seen this video here. I have since taken it down because I don't think I realized how unprepared I was to be that emotionally vulnerable for the internet. But yeah, to put that video in short, basically my life's a fucking shit show. My mental health and insecurities are at an all-time low. And yeah, I was just shoving all of that aside so that I could focus on uploading a shit ton of content for this channel. Or these channels. To be honest, I don't really want to talk about the I'm not coping video much in this, just because that is a level of emotional vulnerability that I don't think I have the mental strength for at the moment. But to summarize a lot of the key points, I'm still living in my grand's house, hopefully going to be back in my flat in the next month or two. It turns out that at our flat there were a shit ton of issues that quite urgently needed fixed, so our landlord has been just trying her absolute hardest to make sure that it can get repaired as soon and as safely as possible so that we can actually move in. In regards to my insecurities, I am doing a lot better with that stuff. Just kind of accepted the fact that I sound really fucking weird. In regards to weight, I think I've lost about 7 kilograms. However, unfortunately, that's come at the cost of me just kind of losing my appetite a lot recently, which is quite concerning. And as for the way I act around my mates, I think I am definitely trying to, not be a complete piece of shit. And then the last thing I'm going to refer to in regards to that video is how am I doing mentally? I want to say better. Still not exactly in the greatest place ever at the moment, but I am definitely on the up, I would say. My life's definitely calming down a wee bit, and whilst it is still kind of batshit crazy at the moment, it is definitely easing up a wee bit. One of the things that I realized is probably having quite a major effect on my mental health is actually my ADHD medication. One of the main problems with just about all ADHD medication is that there is a chance that it just kind of makes you completely numb to your emotions, and that slowly started happening with me with my ADHD meds. It might have been happening right from the start, but I definitely didn't notice it until a couple months ago. However, I think the reason I noticed it was that A, I've obviously got everything going on in my life at the moment, and B, all the actually good effects with my ADHD medication were starting to wear off a bit. They weren't helping me with concentration anymore. I was still really hyper most of the time, and the only days where I actually felt just genuinely happy in the month after I uploaded the I'm Not Coping video were the days where I'm not on the meds. So I've stopped taking them. I've switched to another medication. Problem is, with guamzafine, which is the new ADHD medication I'm taking, it takes about a week and a half to 3 weeks to actually start noticing an effect. So I'm only 5 days in at the moment. I have no idea how well they're going to work. I pray they do. But yeah, I guess only time will tell, eh? Anyways, let's go back to the content side of things, since I think that's probably what you guys are watching this for. I think a lot of people, when I said that I'm taking a break from uploading, also thought that that meant that I was taking a break from filming stuff, and that's not really the case. I definitely didn't film as much as I normally would over a 3-month period. However, with that said, I have still got about 2 months worth of content lined up at the moment, some of which in a lot of places I've never actually visited before. In the past 3 months, I've had my first ever visits to the likes of Lancaster, Dunedin, and Oban, all of which I've got fairly good content from. Me and Charlie also have an idea for a really fun game that we could do on CSTV that would probably span over several videos, and we are hoping to be able to do that over this summer. But yeah, as for when we're actually returning to uploads, on CSB videos will resume on the 29th of June, on CSR videos will resume on the 30th of June, and on CSTV videos will resume on the 3rd of July. I have got enough content lined up to where I'm still able to keep up my usual schedule across all 3 channels. However, I can't confirm that I won't maybe miss a few days, at least for the first 6 months anyway, because I am still only sort of starting to ease myself back into filming content properly now. But yeah, I'm going to get going now. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys from the week after next, I guess. Take care of yourselves.